sense of relief on your part?
Well, just the fact we'd won. And the game, the thing, it probably, what the nature of the game went along is that the game was decided fairly early. And those last bit of the game, the thought that was going on there as much as anything, how can we take this team in this particular time and keep making it better?
This was a key defensive effort by Florida. Gromos had his hands full trying to unload the passes.
Well, we have the ability, you know, I think Coach Brown had made a statement, what they fear the most is probably what we do the best, and that's what it was. And there was another thing, our coverage underneath was to the point that we were tight on them for the short passes that you make a go to against a great pass rush, but we had good underneath coverage, and the pass rush was there, and our guys really geared up and went for it.
Gators got out in the lead early, and so let's take a look at the first half highlights. Florida against Vanderbilt.
A crowd of over 69,000 at Florida Field. The Gators receiving the opening kickoff. Tony Lomack at the 8-yard line, returning 20 yards to the 28. On 1st and 10 from the 28, Morris faking to Emmitt Smith, but then throws back to Emmitt on the near sideline. A gain of 13 yards. On the next play, Morris pitches to tailback Willie McClendon. Going right, breaking tackles, McClendon picked up 8 yards. On the Vanderbilt 38, 3rd and 1, McNabb taking a handoff, breaking a tackle, and Dexter McNabb spun for 20 yards to the Vanderbilt 18. Then Emmitt Smith took the pitch, ran up the middle, went 8 more yards. The drive stalled at the Vanderbilt 5, and Arden Krzyzewski came in and booted a 23-yard field goal. It was Florida 3, Vanderbilt nothing. Vanderbilt's first possession on 3rd and 6 from the 19, quarterback John Gromos back to pass, throwing to Derek Bragg, but intercepted by Godfrey Miles. He would return it 27 yards down to the 2-yard line.
This week, the coaches prepared a good game plan for us and everything. And
Godfrey Miles' interception. The Gators give it to Emmitt Smith, who dances untouched into the end zone to give Florida an early 10-0 lead. After the ensuing kickoff, Vanderbilt with the ball. John Gromos back to pass, but Tony Rowell knocks it down. After an exchange of punts, Vanderbilt with the ball again, and Gromos dropping back to throw, but he is sacked by Rowell and Huey Richardson.
this is where Huey gets his sack, and one of the things you don't really see on the film is that we call them coverage sacks, but you'll see right here with Gromos, he's ready to throw, but then he pulls it down, decides not to, and then that gives that extra step for Huey to get it, and I think really that's what's been going on for us all year long. Tight coverage plus great pass rush is what leads to so many sacks for us.
Vanderbilt forced to punt. The Gators with the football. Emmitt Smith taking the handoff 9 yards up the middle to the 48-yard line. As the second quarter began, Emmitt Smith again taking the pitch right, sweeping for 9 more yards before slipping.
This is a 4th and 1 situation in the ball game, and we're on the 39-yard line. And we just really felt like the way the defense was playing and that our ability, we knew there was a place on short yards that we thought we could make the 1 or 2 yards necessary. And we went ahead and felt like it was a good decision to go for it, and obviously the results were good.
On the next play, 1st and 10 from the 29, Willie McClendon taking the handoff, sweeping left for 9 yards. It set up Arden Krzyzewski's 39-yard field goal, his second of the game. It was 13-0 Gators. Vanderbilt getting the ball back on 2nd and 7. Gromos back to pass, pressured by Brad Culpepper. Richard Fain intercepts. He would return 26 yards to the 34.
This play by Richard Fain is really interesting because the play on the sidelines prior to this play, we made adjustments secondary with Coach Dickey. He was talking to Richard and Will White, and you see Will White's in behind him on that particular pass. They had made their mind up when that route showed up that Will would be the deep guy and Richard would be the short guy. And I mean, the very first play that went out there, the interception came about.
Early in the second quarter, Emmitt Smith straight ahead for 13 yards. The Gators with 2nd and goal from the 11. Willie McClendon getting the pitch up the middle, 7 more yards. And on 3rd and goal from the 4, McClendon taking the pitch on a sweep left. He would score the touchdown. It was Florida 20, Vanderbilt nothing. McClendon rushed 12 times for 95 yards in the game. Vanderbilt with the football. Gromos handing off to Tony Jackson up the middle, but stopped for no gain by Mark Murray. A few plays later, Gromos backpedaling and throwing to Brad Gaines across the middle, a pickup of 17. It set up Vanderbilt's Johnny Clark, a 44-yard field goal. The Gators led 20-3. Following the Vanderbilt kickoff, the Gators went right to work. Kyle Morris on a play-action pass, faking short and throwing long to a streaking Ernie Mills down the sideline. 71 yards for the score. The Gators led 27-3.
The quarterback was up kind of close at first.
In the Gator kickoff, Vanderbilt with the football. Anthony Carter stopped for a loss by Tim Paul. The Gators get the ball back. Emmett Smith taking the pitch, breaking tackles, veered to the outside. This would be his longest run of the game and of the season. 48 yards.
This is Emmett making one of his runs for 202 yards today, and it's off of it's a toss ISO, which gives the feeling to the defense that they're getting a toss sweep, but yet he's still able to break it up back inside, and then once he sees that and clears the line of scrimmage, he becomes Emmett that we all love to see going down the field.
Late in the first half, John Gromos from the shotgun throwing toward Derek Gregg, but the ball batted down by Kerry Watkins. The end of the first half. The Gators 27, Vanderbilt 3. Coming up, halftime features, including this week's Gator Tips.
Which is preparing your team for a second half.
The Gators kick off to Vanderbilt to start the second half, and John David Francis booted it deep. It was a touchback. Vanderbilt on 3rd and 10 from the 20. John Gromos back to pass for Anthony Carter, an 11-yard pickup and a Vanderbilt first down. On the next play, 1st and 10 from the 31. Gromos backpedaling again, throwing for Brad Gaines, but broken up by Huey Richardson. On 3rd and 10 from the 31. Gromos again looking upstairs. Corey Harris for 19 yards to the midfield marker. On the next play, Gromos keeping the drive going, looking for Mark Kubo. A 7-yard pickup stopped by Pat Moore. Then on 3rd and 10, Gromos again looking to throw. Kubo again, but drops the ball. The Gators take over in the 3rd quarter. Emmett Smith running up the middle. He picks up 14 yards to the 31-yard line. On 3rd and 5, Morris on the option pitched left to Willie McClendon, who picked up 14.
I think we did really well on the run blocking. They did a lot.
Penalty. The Gators had 2nd and 25. Morris throwing to Dexter McNabb down the left sideline. He picked up 17 yards. After an exchange of punts, the next Gator series highlighted Emmett Smith. Taking the handoff, Smith up the middle for 16 yards. On 1st and 10 from the Vandy 43, Emmett Smith again gets the ball, running right, unraveling 8 yards. On 3rd and 1 from the Vandy 34, Smith called on again, breaks to the outside, and he goes 30 yards all the way to the Vanderbilt 4-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Morris running the option right, keeps it and scores the touchdown. It was 34-3. The Gators in command in the 3rd quarter against the Vanderbilt Commodores.
There was an option play where we faked the tailback up the middle and had Stacy coming around for the pitch, and the line walled everything off down inside. And
Bill unable to move the football. Emmett Smith again getting the call up the middle for 6 yards. On 2nd and 4 from the 21, Smith takes the pitch up the middle for 5 more. He went over the 200-yard mark in the game and surpassed 3,000 career yards. 2nd on the Gators' all-time rushing list. But Florida was forced to punt. Vanderbilt 1st and 10 from the Gator 42. Gromos dropping back to pass, but instead he is dropped by the Gators. Philip Johnson, a loss of 9. On 2nd and 19, Gromos the pass. Clarence Civilian makes the catch for 20, a Vanderbilt first down. From the shotgun, Gromos looking to throw, and here finding Brad Gaines. Gaines breaking tacklers, picks up 17 yards. It sets up Vanderbilt's only score of the day. On a touchdown run, Tony Jackson takes the pitch, scampers untouched. The Gator lead was cut to 34-11. After a Vanderbilt interception from the shotgun, again Gromos looking to throw. Jeff Owen makes the catch. This would be a 16-yard gain. Gromos kept his team moving, throwing the football. Here's Brad Gaines picking up 12 more yards. Vanderbilt had 3rd down and 3 from the 22-yard line. And from the shotgun, Ramos looked to pass to Corey Harris, but the play broken up nicely by the Gators' Pat Moore. Vanderbilt went out on downs. The Gators took over. They give it to Willie McClendon. McClendon up the middle, went 16 yards. On the next play, a 1st and 10 for Florida. McClendon taking a pitch, picked up 9 more. Then reserve fullback Darrell Perry gets the call, breaks the tackle, and picks up 8 yards. The Gators kept the clock moving with time running out. Morris into the game on a 10-yard pass to Tony Jones. It was over. Florida beat Vanderbilt 34-11. The first win for head coach Gary Darnell. Coming up, a look ahead at the New Mexico Lobos and some closing comments from Gary Darnell.